Hey YouTube, this is Eddie, and this is my full review of the Vaer Korean Field Watch. Now what we're looking at right here in front of us is the Vaer C5 Korean Field. There's also a C3 Korean Field. It's the same watch with the same specs. The C5 in front of me right here is 40 millimeters, and the C3 is 36 millimeters. And you can see on my wrist, at least for me, I would prefer this, and you can see it on the wrist here. I prefer this size. Now, I'm sure some people might look at this review and say, you could have gone smaller. I like it. I like this size, but there is a smaller size available for those with smaller wrists. Same specs otherwise. Now, it comes with this strap included. It says free waterproof strap, $20 value. You can't change the strap. It's just the same. And this is the best silicone strap I've ever had on a watch, quite frankly. This is a really good strap. They say on the website that it's a $20 value. You can see there's some Vaer branding on the buckle. And I would say, yeah, sure. I would say that this is actually probably about a $20 strap, maybe a $15 strap, but we're splitting hairs here. It's a really nice strap. And then for the $299 price that this is available at, you get a nylon khaki strap or a nylon black strap included as well. So 2 straps in the box regardless. And I'll loosely lay over the khaki strap here. You can see it makes it look really sharp. I really like the khaki. I like the way that this looks like a pretty traditional field watch with that strap on. It's just not as good in the water. And I had this in the water recently as part of the review here, so that's why this strap's on. But it looks super sharp with both straps. And quite frankly, I've gotten so many compliments on this watch. Now, I've also worn this watch a good bit, so that opens up the opportunity to get compliments on it. But this particular watch by Vaer, it's so striking. I love the way that it looks like a classic watch. It was designed with the Korean field watch specs, which makes it, in my mind, even more special, more unique, because most field watches and field watch designs floating out there today are based on the World War design for field watch. So it's cool that this is based off the Korean spec instead. And I've just gotten so many compliments on it. People say, that looks really sharp. My dad said he really liked the color and the way that the colorway is going with this dial color with the numbers, with this old radium style loom and numbering. It's really, really cool. And it's sharp. This watch goes with basically everything too. Yes, is it the dressiest watch for a wedding? Yeah, no, it's not. But for any casual wear, it's perfect. And I've said this in a previous video as well. This is a great watch, honestly, for exercise. It is a little thick here. It's a little thick, but it's a great watch for exercise. I stated in a previous video that I'm looking to, get back into shape, but my really expensive, really nice Garmin over here with all my advanced analytics kind of brings me down because my heart rate's higher than it used to be, and I'm not running as fast as I used to and all that, and it just discourages me. And I'm gonna get back to you eventually, Garmin, but for now I just want to know, hey, what time is it? If I'm out biking, what time's the sun gonna go down? If I'm out running, roughly how long is past? I don't care too much, but if it's getting too close to, or like I'm on my lunch break going for a run and there's a meeting or something, I want to know. And running with the Vaer is awesome. Put it on this silicone strap, take it out for a run, boom. It's just so versatile and can suit such a variety of situations. Really anything outside of an extremely dressy event, I would say the Vaer is just so versatile, and it looks awesome. Something else about this watch is that it's a solar-powered movement, which intrigued me. It's actually made by Epson, which I also thought was interesting. I've never seen an Epson movement in any other watch. It's an Epson VS22 movement, and it's solar powered. It can be charged via the sun. That's the most common, or I guess the most ideal. But if you also have it near interior light sources, that can give it a charge, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it's cool that it never needs a battery. It's very similar to something like a Citizen Eco Drive in that way. It doesn't need a battery, never have to change it. Hopefully, yes, there's case back holes. You can take the case back off. Hopefully you don't have to do it just because it won't need a battery. I mean, you can get a bunch of charge, and it's rated to -10 to +20 seconds per month timing tolerance for $300. And if this is your first order from Vaer, like it was for me, you can get 10% off. So I paid about $250 for it. I think it's just an exceptional value. The loom is really good. The fact that it is so versatile and done to this Korean field watch spec is really good. You get 2 straps, which is really cool. So the value is already apparent. But again, we've got that Korean history, but we've also got USA assembly. If the camera focuses here, you can see it says 10 ATM, if you got eagle eyes, but it also says USA assembly. And as far as I'm aware, the only brands that assemble at scale in the United States are Vaer and Shinola. And I'm a big Shinola fan if you've seen other videos on the channel. So I love that there's a brand out there putting out affordable watches and assembling them in the United States. I did recycle the packaging for this watch, which was not impressive. However, in there was a card signed by the person who assembled it, and I think it was Kansas City. And that's really neat to have, give people jobs in the US, have a pretty affordable watch, solar powered, so it's more eco-friendly than something that needs a battery change, pretty good timing tolerance. It's got that Korean spec, so on the back, the Korean War field watch design spec. So on the back here, there's the Korean Peninsula. It says never forgotten Korean War. Then along the side here are some other features about the watch. United States assembly, like we talked about. It's got a domed sapphire crystal, 10 ATM of water resistance. Japan solar movement, like we talked about, that Epson VS22. Another thing which was interesting about this, because a lot of brands will say, hey, look, our watch is waterproof to 5 ATM, 10 ATM, 20 ATM. But not a lot of brands, at least they don't shout it as loudly if they do warranty it. Not a lot of brands that I've seen will shout and warranty their watch against water, against water intrusion. Whereas Vaer does it. 2-year guaranteed waterproof warranty, which is really, really neat. You always have to make sure this does have a screw down crown. So you have to make sure, if it's screwed out like I just did, that's gonna let water and no one's gonna cover that. But if you have the watch, the crown twisted closed, you can get in the water and they'll warranty it against water intrusion. And again, other brands might do this, but Vaer is very upfront and center. And basically all their posters, marketing, web marketing, whatever, they say, look, we're warrantying this watch for 2 years. And you can see by the footage that I'm overlaying right now, I had it in the water. I took it in a freshwater lake. Living in Michigan will do that to you. There's just a lot of lakes around. I took it in a freshwater lake, took it for a swim with this silicone strap on the watch, and I found the watch to perform awesome. I mean, I didn't mess with the crown. I made sure it was closed beforehand. Went for a swim, ran great, before, ran great during. And as you can see by looking at the watch, it runs great after, and it looks great doing it. Obviously, I'm out there with my bathing suit. I'm getting in the water, having this on. It just looks, to me, it just looks badass. This is a really cool watch that's pretty affordable. Yes, it's not part of that original Dirty Dozen series, for those that know what that is. Those are sort of the companies that designed the original field watch spec back in the day. And so some people really care about that heritage. And if you do, the Vaer C5 Korean's not the watch for you. It wasn't designed to be that watch. And that's, again, something I like about it. They didn't say, oh, well, we'll make a watch that looks like those World War spec field watches that were designed back in the day. They said, look, we're going to chart our own path and create a watch similar to the ones designed for the Korean War, because those aren't really out there. So this watch never tried to be, part of the crowd there. It said, we're going to go our own way, forge our own path. And I love it. I love the USA assembly. I do think it's just a little thick, probably because of the solar powered movement. To have a watch this thick without, on the wrist without a automatic movement does seem a little strange to me. However, everything else about this watch, for the price you pay, I think is awesome. The quality is really good. The case is really nice. That domed sapphire crystal provides really good visibility. I love it. It's quartz powered, but man, if you're sleeping on quartz powered movements to just go after automatics, you're sleeping on some great watches like the Vaer C5 Korean or C3 Korean. It's one of my favorite watches in the collection already. Gotten a lot of compliments, not that that's important, but I just love that it's versatile. It goes with literally everything outside of a super formal occasion. And it just keeps ticking. I don't have to worry about a battery replacement. Spend some time under a light, spend some time in the sun, then it'll run forever again. It's awesome. It's a great low maintenance watch, and I would say a great addition to your collection if you're looking for something like this. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm Eddie White, and I'll see you in the next video.